Hello everyone, welcome to the Soulful Mamas podcast. You're with your host Maria and welcome. This is just a little minisode today, not a full episode. I've been away over the last couple of weeks and most of that time without Wi-Fi, internet, even phone reception. So it's been really, really nice not having to have my phone around, but at the same time I've come back and there's a lot of things I need to catch up on and messages to catch up on and things to be done, but I'm getting through them. So if you are one of the people that have left messages, do know that I am on it and I'm getting there. So I wasn't actually going to put out a episode this week. I was just giving myself a little bit of grace so I could focus on my children going back to school and me settling back into the rhythm of what this year looks like for me as well. But I've just had I've got a pocket of time and a little bit of inspiration, and I thought I'd just share a little bit with you all about just going back to school and that recalibration. You know, that recalibration that we all have to settle into with children going back to, whether it's kindergarten, childcare, school. If you're homeschooling, you might be picking up activities and meetups again. So that kind of very cruisy flow of the holidays has now come to an end, and now we're back in a different type of rhythm. And the key there is the word rhythm. So yes, the holiday rhythm is a bit more fluid, a bit more loose, if you like, in terms of the times that you wake up and when you eat, and there's no hurriedness there as much, which is so nice. That's what actually allows us to fully rest and drop into that regular, balanced state of being in mind, and for our children too. And it takes a wee while, especially at the end of the year. It can take a good couple of weeks, especially getting through Christmas and New Year's and all of that, and then they can just drop into that. And I felt that my children finally did towards the end, after we'd finished all of our busyness, if you like. And they were, to be honest, could have actually done with another week or so off. And I know it sounds like, whoa, that's a really long time, but that's how much they needed to unwind from last year. So it's interesting, isn't it, being able to give them and ourselves that true rest where you can come into balance. So from that, they then have to shift, recalibrate, and go into what the new rhythm looks like, what the school this term looks like. So that most likely will be waking up earlier, getting themselves ready and organised, doing any jobs. If they're younger, it requires you to be really alongside them, holding their hand sometimes, getting them moving so that they can be ready to get out the door with you, because you need to go and do what you need to do, work or study or whatever you're doing. And the same with the children. So there's we're bound by time, which I think that's the biggest gift of the holidays, when you're not bound by time. It's timelessness, and that's where children live, in that place of timelessness. That's what play is. When they're playing, there is no time. It's just that moment right here, right now, loving what they're doing. So recreating a rhythm in our homes so that it can carry them along in this new way of moving through the day and the week is really helpful and really, really beneficial. And it starts with us. So we also have to recalibrate to this new way, this new rhythm that we're going into. So first things first is get ourselves in check and help ourselves to be ready. That might mean going to bed earlier so you can wake up earlier. It might mean paying yourself forward and making sure that you've got a clear bench in the morning. The dishes are done. Maybe school lunch boxes are done or nearly done, or at least out, ready. So as soon as you get up in the morning, you can see, yeah, that's one thing I need to do. It might mean having your children's clothes organised the night before, especially if it's a battle with them as to what they're going to wear. If they're younger, that you might be encountering this. So you can work with them the day before, the night before, and they can lay out their clothes, and that's what it is, and that's what they're wearing in the morning. Obviously, as they're older, and mine are tween and teen, I don't need to do that for them, but they still need, I'm trusting that they've got enough get up and go in the morning to actually get themselves out of bed, make the bed, get themselves dressed, that type of thing. So like I said, it starts with us. If we get ourselves ready and mentally prepared, do what we need to do to make ourselves feel filled up and rearing to go and excited and positive about the days and the weeks ahead, rather than this, don't want to be back, because that's what inevitably our children will pick up on, and they too will drag the chain and not want to get ready and also won't want to be back. So you think of things that you can do for yourself. What can you do for you to either pay yourself forward or get yourself prepared? It might mean that you need to do, scheduling exercise or some kind of movement or nature walks or stillness or just whatever it is to help you. And you might not be able to have an hour, even half an hour, but even allowing yourself 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to start with, to wake up 5 minutes earlier than your children, if that's possible. I know it's not always possible. And have a cup of tea in peace, or just do some stretching, or listen to your favourite song, or whatever it is. Could be 1,000 things, 1,000,000 different things, I don't know. Do that just to reset yourself, to help with that recalibration. And when your children wake up, you are ready to receive them and, okay, let's start this day in the way that you want to go forward. So it's in a state of kind of positivity and appreciation and cup half full mindset, rather than cup half empty and you don't want to be doing what you're doing. So that's my little piece of wisdom or advice for you today. And it's Friday as I'm recording this, and my children are about to come home, and we're going into the weekend, and it's actually a long weekend here. They have a teacher only day on Monday, and Tuesday is Waitangi Day. So we've got 4 days to help with the recalibration. So it's not going to be 4 days of going back to holiday mode of late nights. It will be pulling it back in and just slowly practicing that rhythm without that sense of urgency and stress because tomorrow morning school, because it's not. We've got that gift of a little bit of time. So I'd love to know what you do to help yourself at the beginning of a new term, particularly a new school year. If you need any advice, or if you want someone to sort of help you and walk alongside you to establish some rhythms or some ideas, please get hold of me. This is my thing. This is what I love to do. My email's in the show notes, or you can find me at Parenting with Soul, which is Instagram and Facebook. And if you haven't already joined the Soulful Mamas Facebook group, I've been obviously away a few weeks, so it's been a wee bit quiet, but I'm back now and we can start the conversations again. And of course, please do subscribe and to this podcast and share this episode with someone that you might think would benefit from it, or the more people that it can reach, the better, which is amazing. But in the meantime, have a beautiful, soul-filling day. I appreciate your time listening, and I've got a great episode for you next week. A guest. I won't give anything away, but it's going to be amazing. You will love her. So I'll see you soon. Bye.